Hello, my gorgeous Libra. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's in between the 22nd and the 28th of August 2022. Would you know why this week is going to be quite unusual, especially when it comes to the beginning of this week? What are you going to find out, and what you're going to become aware of? It's like, oh my god, it's really going to surprise you. But this in itself, it's going to happen at the beginning of this week. So this is what you need to pay attention to. What exactly are you going to hear which is going to surprise you that much? That in itself, at the same time, it's about to open your eyes. What do you need to be so careful about? Because you are about to become aware of some kind of like, oh my god, a bit of a hidden danger. But at the same time, this hidden danger that you are going to become aware of, just instantly, it's going to bring a little bit of pressure to your life. But then again, that pressure that you are going to have, it's also a really good sign, because not that long after that moment in time, you will become aware of two things. The thing number one is that this problem is going to be resolved really quickly and really soon, and it's all entirely down to you. And number two is you're also going to learn, and you're going to realize that you shouldn't be taking things for granted. I'm not saying that you are taking things for granted, but in this situation, this is going to work for you pretty well indeed, because at the same time, you will realize that you shouldn't blame yourself, and that in itself is going to be really big step forward, especially when it comes to you realizing like, oh my god, out of all that, one thing is going to be leading into another. Like, listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Libra. One thing is going to be leading into another. You're going to be finding out so much more about yourself and about your life, about your spiritual journey, and most importantly, this particular choice, it's like, oh my god, it's going to absolutely overtake every single thing in your life, because naturally you are going to be led towards you realizing, an important clarity through this, and that clarity is bringing you a really important choice. You are gonna realize that you must at all costs make this choice, but at the same time, this choice is gonna bring you so much clarity on what you desire, especially when it comes to you moving forward with your life. But what you need to remember, what you must remember at all costs, you must not overanalyze whatsoever. I'm telling you, very easily we can fall into this energy, we can fall into this dimension when we kind of like know that something is really exciting, when we know that something is really good for us, when something is like the best, absolutely best thing for us to do. But then again, at the same time, we start over analyzing and analyzing. First we start analyzing and then over analyzing, and then we take so many aspects of things that haven't got anything to do in this like over analyzation, and then this just puts us off. It's not that it only puts us off, but it just kind of messes up our own way of thinking. So this is why you have to preserve your power. You have to take care of your personal vibration by just basically not over analyzing, because if you start over analyzing, then you're going to take too many aspects from the outside but the bottom line is that those aspects on the outside are the ones that most importantly you should ignore, my gorgeous Libra. So this is why this is important. Look, and at the same time, you see, as soon as I'm like shuffling these cards, my gorgeous Libra, so I'm just going to focus on you making that choice. I'm just going to focus on you making that choice, and what the tarot card is going to be, I'm just focusing on you making that choice, my gorgeous Libra. And your tarot card is King of Cups. Surprise, surprise. You see, you just have to be strong, you have to be mature, and you have to understand that that choice is not just any choice. That choice it's a very strong part of you. It's a very strong part of your spirit and your soul. Why? Because it's about to bring you one of the greatest accomplishments of your life. Personally, you're gonna feel so great, so much better about yourself, primarily about making this choice. You're gonna feel so proud of yourself. Within the next 11 weeks, there is so much that that it's actually going to be happening, and this in itself, it's your starting point. And the thing number 2 that you're going to get out of this is one of the greatest accomplishments when it comes to your personal situation, when it comes to your future, when it comes to your finances. Of course that this is always going to be good for you, my gorgeous Libra. And at the same time, you see, you just need to understand that also at the beginning of the week you are gonna have somebody trying to like kind of wind you up so much. So please try to avoid that person as much as you possibly can, because again, you're gonna come across someone who is having such a completely different opinion to you about a very, very specific matter, and you can talk to that person for 10 years and they're still not going to be able to get your point of view. And I'm not even talking about one person, but I'm actually talking about a group of people who you're going to come across. But you're going to come across them at the time when you feel just like a little bit, oh my God, like a little bit pressured. Something is going to be on your mind, and something is going to be kind of making you sensitive. So they are going to find you at the wrong time. So even more so for you to kind of like pay attention to this and try to elevate yourself and try to understand yet again, to not to waste your energy on people who not only don't understand you, but with the people who are never ever going to be able to understand you. Do you know what I mean? Because this ultimately starts messing with your own vision. But sorry, my gorgeous Libra, going back to that making choice at the beginning of the week, and that choice, it's also not only going to bring you an important clarity and so much to come, but it's also going to bring you like a new opportunity or potential, you know, to kind of like to prosper, for example. And also you are, by making this choice, you will know exactly naturally what steps do you need to take next. You know, it's all with your, it's to do with the way you feel about your life. It's to do with something that you feel so passionate about. It's to do with something that I can describe only like a sacred gift, my gorgeous Libra. So you know, it's to do with you allowing yourself, allowing the most sacred self of yours to go on the next level, because it's like also about the mental strength and courage and clarity that you are going to feel. And also it's quite, you know, the strategy is really important, the strong communication is going to be important, but also you're going to feel such a strong urge to for some kind of declaration as well. And this is also always a good sign when it comes to you going through your own rebirth indeed. So the beginning of this week I can describe like you are going through your own rebirth, which naturally it's also going to make you to kind of like a really, you're going to suddenly become aware of an aspects of your life that no longer serve you. Just cut them out of your life now and once and forever, because those things are never going to serve you again. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my goodness, somebody really beautiful in your life, somebody very consistent in your life, somebody very significant in your life, somebody who you really like and you really look up to, it's going to inspire you so much. And I like this. When these type of people happen to be in our life, then we just kind of really learn how to make the most of their own magical and wonderful energy. Because anybody who is in your life, who is inspiring you in the best possible way, whether this is like your great friend, somebody very close, or whether this is someone who you look up to, connect to every now and then on an internet or something, it doesn't really matter. These specific people have such a strong energy that we benefit from, we learn from, we gather things about ourselves at the time when we feel so sensitive to understand things from the level that we should be looking at things at that moment in time. So this is why these people are really important to someone very close, very important, very significant, very consistent indeed to you. It's actually going to inspire you so much. And I like this because what you're going to be inspired by, it's their energy, their power, their experience, their character, their intelligence. There is so much that you're going to be inspired, but most importantly, they are going to inspire you exactly to kind of like start some kind of, to realize which investment you should make right now. Not necessarily financial investment, but when it comes to your energy, I'm talking about an energetic investment. Something is going to be so clear to you suddenly, especially when it comes to your own energy. So it's all about knowing through that person which wise investment do you need to make. But at the same time, naturally, what you're going to understand and realize, and this will put you off, that you have to be very strong, because you're going to be dealing with certain people that you don't want to deal, and that in itself, maybe it's going to make you feel just a little bit weak. But the balance is going to return into your life when you realize here that you need to be brave and you need to take a brave action. And that it's going to surprise you when you realize this, how exciting and how what a high energy you're going to feel. This is only going to make you more confident and brave and passionate, but it's also going to make you aware of like a very, very interesting adventure, slowly but surely entering your life. And this adventure is going to change every single aspect of your life. This adventure is about to bring healing. This adventure, it's also going to happen in such a way where you will feel, oh my God, I want to make this big change, baby. Like a big change, but it's to do with the home, it's to do with an environment, it's to do with realizing like the big, massive, huge, enormous change that you will want to make. And this in itself, it's absolutely superb, because it's the right thing to do in order to make you happy. And also the midweek, it's going to show you someone, oh my God, someone really selfish. It's going to make themselves known. You're going to become aware of someone quite selfish, and through that person, this is going to work so wonderful for you, because you will know that person has got a really bad energy, and that in itself, it's only highlight an unwise choice for you. So it's brilliant. You will be able to protect yourself by knowing an unwise choice, but at the same time, by knowing what this unwise choice is through that selfish person, you are actually going to also be able to make such a fantastic decision, which is going to speed up so much in your life that has been stuck for a while, my gorgeous Libra. And also when it comes to the midweek, I can call the midweek like the process of the actual activation. The last part of this week, my gorgeous Libra, it's like all about you thinking like how you can transform your ideas and goals into reality. And you need to remember this, that you are very skillful when it comes to this outcome. And when you become aware of this, exactly what this is, you're going to become even more confident. And it's all about knowing that you've got all the resources you actually need. And also, but what you need to remember, that it's not going to happen. So as soon as you start becoming aware of, not that it's not going to happen, I'm going to say it what it is. As soon as you become aware of this, transforming these ideas and goals into reality, this is not going to happen unless you realize which kind of old and bad ideas do you need to cut out. At the same time, karmically, you need to pay attention to which bad ideas do you need to kind of cut out, because they came at the end, So as soon as you become aware of which bad ideas are no longer serving you anymore, this in itself, on number one, it's going to start a process of change and alteration, and on number two, it's going to help you to not to repeat the certain errors, and you will know what these errors are, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. And also, what you need to remember, you have to at all costs, believe in yourself and never ever underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true, my gorgeous Libra. And this is important, but at the same time, when you need to remember, it's actually to pay attention to the balance in between career and the personal life. Maybe you're retired, maybe you're not working, it doesn't really matter, but just to pay attention to the actual balance in your life in general. Because at the end of the week, it's also going to be just as important to actually protect your energy, because the next few weeks are going to be the next few weeks are going to be so busy. So please, my gorgeous Libra, remember at the end of the week to protect your energy. By protect your energy, you will protect your power. By protecting your power, you're going to protect your creativity. By protecting your creativity, you're going to protect yourself. By protecting yourself, you're going to protect your spirit. But by protecting your spirit, you're going to protect your soul. And this is exactly what you should do in order to recharge yourself, my gorgeous Libra. So please do to remember that the end of the week is so important to try to recharge, or visit the nature, or like kind of meditate a little bit, or take a couple of days break, don't do anything, whatever you consider to be like a recharge, just go for it. But I strongly recommend visiting and connecting and reconnecting with the nature, because this is when we are the most powerful. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, thank you ever so much for watching my video. videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. I love you. Bye.